why don't we begin tonight's festivities? I talked so lovingly about him, and now it's time to see him because not only do I love him, I think you love him too. And when I say love, I mean concern. I'm concerned about him, and I think you're concerned about him too. He's coming to us from possibly an unknown location. Let's welcome the captain, Dimitri Kyres, to At Home with James. Oh, I think he might be Dimitri. Psst.
Oh, James.
Dimitri, welcome.
James. Oh, my God. Oh, what time is it?
Well, it's just about 10 after 9 o'clock p.m., but it looks like you're living under the Tuscan sun.
Oh, James, the sun is hot here. Oh, good Lord.
Well, of course, last week when you were here, Dimitri, you were on some type of booze cruise. It looked like a very similar ship. You were surrounded by numerous partygoers, and tonight you seem a little lonely.
Oh, James, I sent everyone home.
Mm-hmm.
The party had to end, James, after 6 days of nonstop inebriation and pleasure. I had to end it. I had to put an end to it.
Well, take us through some of this. Of course, we know that you're inebriated because you're here. What type of pleasure are you talking about? Do I want to ask?
You don't want to ask.
Well, your clothes are on, so that seems like it's probably a good sign, correct?
That's a mistake. James.
Would you just say that's a mistake?
James, I've discovered something.
You've discovered something? Tell me more.
James, I've discovered something terrible.
Terrible? Tell me.
After our last talk, the last time we spoke,
right?
Something didn't feel right. Remember how I was telling you about that story about how you turned me into the man I am today?
Yeah, the story of which nothing from the story happened. Yeah, where I brought you apparently to my palatial estate. I had you brought through the sauna up to my roof. I pushed you off the roof into a pool that I then saved you from.
James, there's something special about you.
Oh, thank you.
Something ancient.
Ancient?
For a long time, I've been talking to you about how drinking, love making, party going, party shaking is a way of life here in Greece, in the islands.
Yes.
And you've had a negative feeling towards these things, have you not?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not much of a boat guy. I've enjoyed a boat a time or two. I enjoyed the Maid of the Mist when I went to Niagara Falls. I took a nice cruise around Lake Champlain during a visit to Burlington, Vermont some years ago. It's just the party scene isn't for me. Now, despite what you might say, people who know me, the people who really know me, know that I don't tend to. Dimitri, what is that?
Oh, this is a little concoction that I made.
Well, it looks like it's full of lemons.
Yeah, it's the nice, beautiful Greek lemon and a lot of vodka.
Okay, so you're drinking a vodka with Greek lemons. As I was saying, people know me to not be much of a party animal. I enjoy a party. I enjoy sitting down at a party. I enjoy conversing with one person for the course of maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours at a party. But this whole type of partying, it's not for me.
James, we don't have time for this.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, there's something really special about you.
Thank you.
You have ancient blood. You've been denying something for years. There's something so pure about you.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a party happen. You make people feel excellent at a party. So I decided to look into it.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here, follow me. I'm going to take you to my library downstairs.
All right. Oh, that was a quick...
Hold on. Wait. I got to go through my captain's domain.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Well, it seemed like in order to get there, you went through some type of study as well as, again, a bit of a party on the ship.
It's a big boat, okay? Improv's been very good to me. Listen, James, give me a minute. I have to find the book.
So once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Captain Dimitri Kyres. This is the Captain's Cruise. You know that when Dimitri is on the show, he comes to us each and every week from some type of cruise ship, usually
James,
Mykonos.
I decided to do some digging.
Okay.
And I found this. It's an ancient book, James.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite a transparent book, so ancient that you can't see it.
That's exactly right. Something ancient and mysterious about it.
But it's so mysterious that none of us can see it.
James, what's
or
happening?
You. Oh,
James. Anyway, it's a book.
Yes.
I opened the book, and what I found was that you belong to an ancient lineage of party shakers and party makers. Your bloodline goes back all the way to the ancient times, even predating Greek times, which I thought was the most ancient times.
No.
James, you belong to a royal bloodline of absolute raging hound dogs, brother.
So my bloodline is the raging hound dogs?
Oh, brother, you've been ripping it up for centuries, brother.
Oh, tell me your findings.
Oh, I'd love to. Let's cue them up. I'm going to show you this first one. Possibly the most shocking, James.
Okay.
Here we see ancient Roman times. Do you see it, James?
I do see it. Yes, this is quite a display of debauchery.
It's ancient Roman times, James. And look, pleasure and Aphroditeism, hedonism, pure animal instincts being spilled all over the ancient Roman floors. And
Well,
look,
it certainly looks like an insatiable scene. The chandeliers are a nice touch, although I'm noticing something in the bottom corner.
yes,
Yeah, there's something that looks like could be one of my long lost family members or ancestors.
I read up. This is Maximilian Tennyson.
What was that name again?
Maximilian Tennyson, an absolute dirty rat who used to run into the stables and steal barrels of wine. Here he is being invited to one of the emperor's great feasts. And here he is getting absolutely fucking tossed.
Oh yeah, it looks like this long lost relative of mine in my lineage is writhing around on the floor, scavenging for something.
That's right, brother. Wait till you see this next one. An absolute disgusting display.
Well, yeah, as we await the next one, Dimitri, can you tell me a little bit? You found all of these in this book that you're referring to?
James, it was incredible. It kept saying the one who is promised. A man would come and throw the greatest rager the world has ever known, ending anger, ending negativity, one giant party to unite the world in its worst hour. And I think you are that person, James.
So you think I am that person?
James, I think you are that person. You've been denying it for years, and I see right through you, James. You're the one who's promised. An absolute raging boy.
Well, on that note, we're still just awaiting our next still. I'm still a little bit curious about how you manage to track these images down. And look, in fairness, Dimitri, I've been known to throw a party in my day, and it looks like, according to this next still, I've managed to enjoy the fruits of the labors of the party thrower. Certainly, tell us a bit about this image.
Yeah, here you are with two of your best boys, Jacob Delorier and Francis Cupid.
Wait, so this is me with them?
Yeah, there you are. Your two best mates. Here you are, absolutely getting fucking wasted.
Oh yeah, according to this image, it looks like I'm not wasted. It seems like I'm a little bit bored of the discussion.
I looked into this.
Yes.
Because you ran out of booze, and that pint getting absolutely juggled is the last one in the monastery.
Okay, so it's either me or a previous relative that spent time in a monastery, you're saying?
That's right, James. Let's get on to the next one, because I've got quite a few to get through here.
Yeah. How many of these do we have to get through?
Oh, James, I have a long history to share with you. This next slide might disturb you to your very core.
Well, so far, it's on brand with most of our appearances that we enjoy together, Dimitri, where I spend some time feeling disturbed.
James, I don't understand how you could possibly feeling disturbed from any of this. You come from royal blood.
Mhm.
Do you know what that means?
Well, apparently it means that I'm a hound dog.
You're an absolute ham dog, James. An absolute one. Wait till you see this next one.
Well, as I was saying, I've been known to throw a party. I like to enjoy a little bit of a party, but of course, this is a very different. There's nothing. It's just me getting carried out of a party because I'm partied out.
James, this is absolutely right. Here you are, one of your great ancestors getting absolutely topsy-turvied. You seem to have chundered all over the great banquet, and you're getting carted away. You've upset this woman. And here's the worst part of it all, James.
Yes.
They make booze illegal right after this event.
Well, the thing that upsets me most about this image is the fact that I guess my ancestors and I share the exact same body type. What a delicate frame this one ancestor had.
You're absolutely fit and you're looking fantastic. You're right, James.
Can you tell me the name of that relative?
Oh, this is Gabriel. Gabriel Stevens.
So my ancestor is named Gabriel Stevens.
Gabriel Stevens, one of the greatest party masters, absolute party masters of this era.
Well, speaking of party masters, it looks like another one of my ancestors has appeared as a bartender at some form of speakeasy.
This is the thing. So booze disappears off the face of the earth, and so does your ancestors. But here, they reappear in the speakeasy time. Of course, Prohibition is raging all across North America. But here you are in one of these speakeasies, absolutely getting down with it and bringing the good stuff to the kids who need it. You come from a long line of people who are doing this city a great service, James. You ushered in inebriation and love. You realize that?
Well, can you tell me a little bit more about this ancestor, and where was this photo taken?
Oh, this is one of the greatest underground speakeasies in New York City, of all places. This is your great ancestor, John Collins.
John Collins. Not to be confused with Gabriel Stevens.
Nope. Gabriel Stevens and John Collins.
And Maximilian Drinkus.
Oh, James, now you're getting the hang of it. Let's keep going through history, James. Are you having fun?
Well, I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot about my family tonight, which is something that I wasn't aware of. It looks like a past family member had quite an upsetting time during one of these flapping, bopping times in what I imagine is the 20s.
James, your ancestors absolutely fucking losing it in this picture.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but you were there. Let's go to the next one.
So, okay, so you're not sure about what happened in that last one. We're going to quickly transition to the next one.
I don't know what made you so angry, but it just did.
Well, moving on. Yeah, we were getting a close-up on how angry my ancestor was.
James, you are absolutely hammered.
Yeah, I wonder if it was something about a lady.
Well, I don't know. She might have been taking the spotlight from you. You are a bit of a hog, if you catch my drift.
This is not me, right? This is an ancestor.
Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry, your ancestor.
Yeah, you keep hearing back and forth from me or the ancestor.
No, your ancestor. That's what I meant. Anyway, you're going to love this next one.
Well, I assume it was something to do with a lady. I think perhaps an ancestor and that lady who was dancing might have been courted by another gentleman.
James, your words, not mine, brother.
Well, hey, look, if you don't have the information, I need to make some type of prediction. Is that fair to say?
James, this is the thing. All this history, all these stories, they live in your blood.
Well, tell us about this story from this image.
Here's a couple of friends of yours getting absolutely topsy-turvied in a little gathering. But the fun thing about this photo here, James, notice a familiar face to the left of you. You have your arm around them.
Okay, so to the left of me, my left in the image. I can't say that I'm familiar.
A very familiar face in this photograph, James.
Not sure.
All right, next photo.
Next photo. All right, great. We're moving on to the next photo. Once again, this is Dimitri Kyres. Well, it looks like I'm having a pretty good time here, or at least
James, what goes better with booze? The answer, rock and roll, brother.
Rock and roll with looks like a Motley Crue and Ozzy Osbourne.
That's right. James, rock and roll ushered in an absolute age of fucking lighting it up, brother. And that's exactly what happened here.
It
Here
looks
you
like
are.
my relative is the only one in this photo not having a good time.
Nah, you're stone cold Steve Wonderman, man. You are
That's
losing.
my relative, Stone Cold Steve
Wonderman.
Wonderman.
That's who this is in this photo.
I have a question. Why don't any of my relatives have any name close to McGee?
Oh, James, the answer for that, I'll save for the last photo.
Yeah, I come from a long line of Wandermans.
James, the last photo is going to rock your world.
All right, so this upcoming photo is apparently the last photo in your findings that you've dug up about my lineage.
No, there's 2 more photos left.
Okay, so the second to last photo, I understand.
James, here you are getting absolutely tanked.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking a little devious in this photo. I won't lie to you.
Oh, yeah, it looks like I'm hanging out with Kiss, or at least a relative of mine hanging out. Who is this? Is this Wonderman?
No. This is Ted Bundy.
Oh, Ted Bundy, not to be confused with killer Ted Bundy.
No, yeah. Don't get confused. You just happen to share the same name.
Well, yeah, can you tell us about the story behind this photo of one of my distant relatives with Gene Simmons and the boys from Kiss?
Yeah, you tried to kill them. Did not succeed. Next picture. It's kind of a dark part of your story.
All right. Yeah, apparently.
Lineage.
Yeah.
Could you believe it? There are 2 killers named Ted Bundy, one more successful than the other. This next photo is one of my favorites, James. We walk now into more modern day.
Mm-hmm.
Your ancestors, they faced a lot of scrutiny. People started to find out who brought this type of inebriation, this type of activity into the Americas. That's when you changed your name to McGee. It was a hard thing for your family to do because you come from such a long line of party shakers and party makers.
Right. So this photo, again, it's another party scene.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it? Who's in this photo?
Well, this is your great uncle. Oh, wait, not that far back.
Yeah.
But maybe like uncle. Ben McGee.
Ben McGee.
Ben McGee. There he is, getting absolutely wasted in the 70s. Can you believe it?
Yeah, yeah, it seems like we most of the lineage stops in the 70s once I began. Well, it seems like we went from the 80s to the 70s because at one point I was hanging out with Motley Crue and Ozzy Osbourne, then Kiss, and now we're back to the 70s.
We're jumping around a little bit, and James, it all comes back to this.
Mm-hmm.
To you, the last remaining member of the Party Shakers and Party Makers.
The last hound dog, yes. So this is an actual photo taken of me in 2018.
Getting absolutely blasted with 2 of your best friends.
Yeah, so I can speak to this photo. This was taken down the street at a restaurant that I had no interest in going to named Foie Gras. And that is a virgin mojito that I am... despite the fact that it is an unalcoholic beverage, I'm not enthused about drinking it. And I also, people will notice, do not have a beard in this photo, which I'm also not enthused about.
Well, James, you look good to me, buddy. It all comes down to this.
Mm-hmm.
James?
Yes.
You're good at what you do, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You're good at what you do. It's in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds to me like you just got to let it out.
So you're saying I got to let the party see there? I feel like I get pressured a lot in this show. I'm being pressured to date. I'm being pressured to party. I'm starting to wonder what's so bad about the James that I know and love.
James, you're a great guy. You got a heart of gold. You always stick your neck out for anybody. But you can also absolutely annihilate a keg.
Well, I've never annihilated a keg in my life. I leave those to you. I share.
James, just think about how much you're depriving the world, the kind of party you could put together, James. Are you telling me that all these ancient party shakers and party makers, you're going to tell them no?
Well, I will say this. What I will tell you is it sounds like I've got some thinking to do on a lot of levels, Dimitri.
James, I love you.
I love
Always
you too.
loved you. Destiny, they say, if I can read a quote and finish off with a quote. Destiny is a dish best served at night. You don't have to look at it, but man, does it taste sweet once you go into it.
Well, on that poetic note, Dimitri, I want to thank you so much for accumulating all of this history of my family's life from the Wandermans all the way to the McGee's. I want to thank you for taking me down this trip through memory lane, Dimitri.
James, God bless you, buddy.
God bless you too. And I want to wish you nothing but the best in your journey to sobriety. Oh, once again, Dimitri is passed out at the end of his segment. We're going to quietly back away.